First, we're going to be learning about multipliers. These are an important tool because they enable us to find percentages of numbers. Our first shop, the boot room, is having a sale. Let's use multipliers to find some sale prices. Find 80% of £20. To find our multiplier, we convert our percentage to a decimal, and we do this by dividing our percentage by 100. 80 divided by 100 is 0.8, giving us our multiplier of 0.8. Now we times our original value by this number, giving us 80% of £20. If you need more help on these workings, please see the decimals video. What is 60% of £50? Well, 60 divided by 100 is 0.6, so we now have our multiplier. And 0.6 multiplied by 50 is 30. Multipliers can be used to make larger numbers too. Find 180% of £20. 180 divided by 100 is 1.8, and 1.8 multiplied by 20 is 36. We need to be able to express numbers as a percentage as well. To identify these questions, you need to look for a pattern of being asked to find one value as a percentage of another. This shop is for a local flight school where you can take courses or taster sessions to learn to fly, and they even do short flight experiences too. If you have £15 and a short flight experience costs £60, what percentage of the funds do you have? To solve these problems, we use a formula. We take our actual value, £15, and we divide that by the target value of 60, and then we multiply that by 100. 15 divided by 60 is 0.25, and now we multiply this by 100 to convert our decimal to a percentage. 0.25 multiplied by 100 equals 25, so we have 25% of the money we need, and nobody flies today. This technique can be used to find what any number is as a percentage of another number. So what if you took a flying test and you scored 27 out of 30? What percentage would you have scored? Well, 27, the value that we have, divided by 30, our target value, is 0.9. And 0.9 multiplied by 100 is 90, so 90%. These problems are the same thing. They're asking what is one number as a percentage of another. And anytime you want to know what your score is on a test as a percentage, you can use this. Finally, this month, the flight school sold 220 short flights, 99 were taster sessions, and 121 were first lessons. How many more sessions were first lessons than taster sessions? This is a similar problem. You might get asked these in context of students taking a particular subject at school or a group of people picking different sports. The difference here is we need to find what two numbers are as a percentage of our total, so we can find the difference. 99 divided by 220, so the value we have, divided by our maximum or our target value, equals 0.45. This then multiplied by 100 gives us 45%, and then 121 divided by 220 equals 0.55 multiplied by 100, 55%. And I could have just subtracted 45 from 100 to get 55, but for the sake of showing the technique, I did it again instead. Now we just need to know the difference between our two percentages to see how many more were in the second group. 55% minus 45% is 10%, so 10% more of the students were first lesson sessions. The last skill that we're going to look at in this video is change in percentage. These questions will also be presented as a percentage, but they will mention a change in value. Commonly this will be with sales being losses over time or gains coming from investments. This is Dexter's Gnarly Rides. They sell extreme sport vehicles and equipment. One of their body impact safety suits costs £415. If you bought it last year and then sold it on this year for £347, what was the loss in value as a percentage? So you can see what I was trying to describe before. The question features as a percentage, but then there's also a change. So here it's loss in value. So we know we're going to have to show this change in percentage. So we can use the same formula that we've just been using, as we are still finding what one number is as a percentage of another. We just then also need to state what the change was. 347, the value that we have, divided by 415, our original value, multiplied by 100 is 83.6. However, we were asked for what was the change in percentage. 100% down to 83.6% is a loss in value of 16.4%, because 100 minus 83.6 is 16.4. You invest £5,000 1 year to save up for a quad bike. After 1 year, your investment's now worth £5,750. What change in percentage was observed? So now we have 5,750. Our original value was 5,000. 5,750 divided by 5,000 multiplied by 100 is 115%. So our investment went up by 15%. Let's try a slightly different example where we're told a drop in percentage instead. So a jet ski drops in price by 7% after 1 year to £8,250. Find its original price. If something drops in price by 7%, it's now 93% of its original value, because 100 minus 7 is 93. And we already learnt to find a percentage value, we can use multipliers. So 93% divided by 100 is 0.93, and now we have our multiplier. So what we now know is that the value we're trying to find multiplied by 0.93 is 8,250. So if we rearrange our original equation, dividing 8,250 by 0.93, we can find our answer, £8,870.97.